Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. Where we left off last time, we didn't do a great job at telling a lady her husband had died. We're also going to head over to the store really quickly right now and drop off our bottles. Just so we have some extra cash money. And then what are we going to do in this video? I think we're going to go and talk to the big... Actually, we're heading in that same direction. We're going to talk to the big guy about the other pieces of armor we're missing. I wouldn't mind getting a whole suit of armor, to be honest. It'd be kind of neat. We go down this way, and then over this way. Dodge the racist dude. Okay, we need to go into this place and drop off all of our bottles. We have quite a few bottles. I actually don't know how many we have currently, but it's lots. The yellow roses in the window, those aren't the flowers that were left for Classe. Insert your bottles. We had 26 bottles, so we got 2.6 real. Did you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption. No, we're stone sober. Almost 2 days now.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
No, it's not. Is there anything to buy here? Oh, we can also do karaoke tonight. That's what we're going to do. We finally have the tape. I am very excited for this. To see how bad it goes. We should put all our drama clothes on, probably. I think drama is going to be the thing. Or maybe it's... Oh, no, we'll see. Who do we talk to about this? Is it you?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Alright, I'm not gonna talk to you. You're not the person I need to talk to about this armor thing. I think it might be this dude up here. The scary guy. Do you have the armor? Damn, that dude is really big.
Your race descent has only worsened since...
No, not you then. Who do we have to talk to about this armor? The Jolly Misc. That would be him, but I guess it's not. Maybe we have to knock him out first, but there's no one else to talk to around here about the armor. Unless it is this guy. Let's try one more time.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Who are all these strikebreakers? I look around. Honest men and women with the right to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in a time of crisis. If the union fucks don't want to work, they ought to let those who do want to work in. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market and the rules of the economy. Because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do. What's a strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we, he raises his fist and starts shouting again, have the right to work. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. Ill-fitting, what does that mean? His shirt is far too small and unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. You wearing new clothes? He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from. Okay, gotta ask where you're from. What's it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Going to figure out the strike mess. Big mess. Caused by the union greed, he shoots you a wary, distrustful look, but I only fight for the rights of the people. Every once in a while, it's like you can see a glimmer of another guy under the guise of this fighter for the jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you might be paranoid. Alright, got that. I'm interested in your background. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds and odd jobs. Heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Never heard of it. Are you lying? He squints at you. A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes, then he blinks and turns back to his men. We're done here. I have a strike to break. I don't trust you.
Work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I had more questions. He looks annoyed. Things busy enough. You want to waste less of my time? We'll see. Where are you from? Thought you looked real familiar for a second there. No, I don't think we've met before. His eyes narrow with mistrust. I came to help out the people. Makes sense, I guess. Actually, I'm interested in your background. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? Worked at Territorio, ring a bell? Yeah, I think I've been there. Uh-huh. Was a long time ago. Okay, well, he's not going to tell us anything. Still sneezing, still a little bit sick, kind of annoyed. Alright, well, we can't ask him about the armor because apparently he doesn't want to talk about it. I'm sure we'll unlock it at some point. How about this guy? What's he got to say?
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, actually. I found this mug in the trash. I showed it to the man. Yours? Actually, you could push him aside. Or you could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of lynching. He stares at the yellow mug. Or the yellow man mug, then suddenly explodes. Oh, hello, man. That's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. Is it yours? God damn, he wipes the tears from his eyes. Thanks for that, but no. It's not mine. Let me see the soles of your boots. Been admiring the stompers, Runt? He grins. Sure, I can demonstrate them. He lifts up to show you his left foot, then the right. Look at the sole. On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads. No immediate discernible pattern. What's up with your soles? It's Revachol. Why'd you get boots like that? Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny. He rubs the back of his balding head. But why? You'll see when the time comes, officer. He grins and caresses the side of his boot. True patriots carry Revachol in their very souls. Technically, you're stomping on Revachol every step you take. Heh. A condescending chortle. I knew you people don't understand poetry. I hate that guy. I kind of want him to die. Alright, where are we going to go? Oh, I know where we can go. Actually, I know exactly what we can do. We have our badge. We can go talk to the lady on the boat. The union rep or whatever her name is. I've only talked to her once and I honestly don't recall her name. I just know where she is. We have a thing. Get some more money. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. We could also try this again at some point. Alright, here we go.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She looks at the ripples on the water's surface and pats her wet raincoat. I could use a coat like that. The rain's freezing. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. She gives the material another pat. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. I found my badge, by the way. I show it to her. By love, you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant Double Yfriter Dubois. I'm glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Yfritor? How about you share your information on the lynching now that you've seen his badge? The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. She smiles apologetically. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you finish with them. Fair enough, I guess. The probe will be done soon. I'm glad to hear that, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything else I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps? She takes a sip. Oh, by the way, I talked to Everard Clare. You have, she smiles carefully. And how did you like Mr. Clare? I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. Of course. He must have his practical uses. How else could he have actually kept his position all these years? Or wait, actually, he could have kept it with corruption. Fantastic worm-like corruption that reaches into the bowels of the earth. She looks at the ground and nods in agreement with herself. The RCM does not pick sides in this, madame. I hope it doesn't come off any other way. Of course, and I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself, she turns to you. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be, she smiles, gossiping. Intellectually speaking, it'd be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it. He simply asked me to open a door. A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. She waves her hand. Don't answer that. No, I mean like a real door to someone's house. Oh, my, a real door? The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear a nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you. It had to be done. I got information, it was useful to the case. That's good to hear, Detective. Police work is rarely pretty, but it sounds like you did what you had to do. Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing. He turns to you. This seems serious. I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight. That's all I got to say. Naturally, Detective, there are lighter topics to talk about. Let's talk about something else. Should anything come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat, she says. Okay, tell me about the drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samuran Isla into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. Ingredients for what, ma'am? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from this stuff. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal, and you want us... Yeah. Yes, after they close the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here. The Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sell drugs, I mean? More in logistics. It's our business to know, and to know as far as the company knows the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. And you want us to investigate. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Everett in the Dockworkers Union still. She raises her bony fingers. Every chain has its weakest link. What do you mean? The lorries, she stresses. Somebody needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp, but in transit they are vulnerable. Perhaps you noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. She gives you a knowing look. Her irises are light green like the River Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? No, we asked East Motor Trek to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, she pauses, looking to the sea. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. She looks north. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary. Well, at least this solves one mystery. What's that, Lieutenant? Why I had to call East Motor Truck and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor carriage. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity, I'm sure you understand. Alright. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers is present at the lynching. The two might even be connected, or not, though if you have any evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it. As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. Alright, well, let's go take a look into that. Do you know anything about these tattoos? I show her the phone. That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Fine, let's actually, why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching? Better not to tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there's something else I can help you with. Alright, fine. We're gonna go talk to the people. The lorry drivers. I will be right back. Alrighty, back. Sorry about that. Had to quickly go and get some cough medicine. Let's continue on. Oh, we leveled up. Which means we could level up Physical Instrument and try and beat that guy. It is highly unlikely we'll succeed, though. We're really bad at Physical Instrument. But, you know what? It's worth a shot. Let's try it. It'll give us a slightly higher chance of actually succeeding in this check. But for now, we are going to go to talk to the lorry. Actually, we'll try and do this first. Then we'll go talk to the lorry drivers. There's at least one. Actually, we can talk to the racist one. Why not? We're already here.
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
Alright, nothing there that we wanted to talk to him about. Just skip through that part of the conversation. We're gonna go try and hit this guy. I think we'll have a decent-ish chance with our +1 to physical. It won't be, it'll be a little more than 3%, I think it was last time. Or maybe it won't be, who knows. 17%, okay. You know what? We have a 1 in 8-ish chance.
Your race descent has only worsened since the last.
Nope. I can't even, like...
Really let yourself go.
Alright, let's load this back up. Quick save. We're gonna give it a couple tries. Because I really just want to get this particular check done. We can't get any higher on our skill, so... best bet we have is to do this. Alright, do we have any clothes that give us plus physical? We should check that too. Nope. That's -2 physical insurance, so no. Nope, 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 no, 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 okay.
Your race descent has only worsened since the last soul. You have really let yourself go.
Sorry to kill my mic there for a second. Still coughing, still sick. Very annoyed, very whiny today. I might just leave my mic off for a minute here while we do attempts.
Your race descent has only worsened since the last saw you. You have really let yourself go. Only worsened.
Oh, I think we got him.
Saw you.
Yes.
You have really let yourself go.
Okay, can we save here? I don't want to do the wrong thing. Just like that, the instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You swear you can feel a soft plate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sound of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. Wait, what should I do? Don't wait, you've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls into a fist. The fighting pose. Watch out, he's expecting the hook. Spin kick him. I do have armored boots. I think we just killed him. The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with an unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button. The end has begun. I am the lion-headed cavalry. I press the button. As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side. Looks like you're the new measurehead now. No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up. The lieutenant makes haste towards the door. There we go. We knocked him down. We physical instrumented him. I don't know what pressing that button actually did. He's definitely back up now. Oh, there's some money. Alright, let's go talk to some people. Recording when sick is just a pain in the ass sometimes. Alright, we need to find lorry drivers. We found that one. He's a racist, but he's not in the drug trade, it seems. At least at the moment. Oh man. One day I'll be healthy again, it'll be cool. Fingers crossed.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
We need empathy for this guy. Alright. We don't have any experience for that yet, though. How about this guy?
Everything's still cool.
We need more empathy, actually, to do this. Unfortunate, but we can go talk to other people on the other side of the river. We have more things to do. And then what are we going to do? I don't know. We can go talk to a bunch of people. I'm just gonna... Yeah, when I get to the other side, I'll restart. Okay, we've made it back to the Fisherman's Shack's area. Let's go talk to some people. There's at least one person here to talk to, and I know there's a couple other ones over to the left there. There's also empty, like, open doors we can go into and stuff like that. But first, let's loot this thing. What's in here? Oh, some boots. Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. Huh, haven't seen the Elysium around for ages.
Aye, officer.
The woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword and scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer.
You've graduated to lawbringer now?
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second guessed about anything.
She waves you off.
So what brings you here, lawbringer?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
She gestures towards the fishnets. Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. It helps break the ice. Nice sword. I point to the saber on her hip. Does it come with a story? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. She smiles at her own joke. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Hold on, do you know how to use it? Not really. She glances at the blade. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. But not when you're in a tight spot. It is imposing. Actually, isn't that what guns are for? Guns are expensive and fragile, I think, she shrugs. Besides, I got kids. Can't have guns around them, and sometimes the sharp blade is enough to keep folks at bay. Why do you need intimidation tactics? From time to time, people just need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men, and believe me, she adds, tittering, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Can I borrow the sword? No, I'm afraid not. Her eyes are smiling as her hand moves to the hilt. Attempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check, you would put me in an early grave. Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? What makes you think that we haven't? She smiles. The truth is that almost everyone in life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for the men too, but they put on an act for us, pretending like everything's good and living in shit that doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that. Behold, I pointed the expression on my face. Her eyes meet yours, and suddenly she starts laughing. It's hoarse, as if she hasn't had laughed in a while. Do you like it? Sure, her face straightens. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with the same unchanging grin. It's like a shield. The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast. So where are all the men now? Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. She looks down, and one of them I ended up marrying. Wait, why, if they're thick-headed? Guess I enjoyed the way he bled. Her expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke. If it is, then why the melancholy? Where is he now? He's gone. Gone where? To the waves. Her eyes stop in yours. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. Oh. He didn't respect the sea. He went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy. Salty to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheel spinning. Us working folk don't have the luxury of being bedsick with melancholy. Jeez, I can't talk today. She crosses her arms. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. She glances at the village where the 2 little kids are playing with what looks like rocks. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids. This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action. We have a 3% chance of succeeding at this, because Kim's presence makes it awkward, and we have very low suggestion skill. Is that your boat? I point at the overturned boat. Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Sunny days? I put my hand in the rain. Aye, she looks at the rain circles in the water. Sunny days. You got a problem with that? No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days. Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't for a sunny day. Wait. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids. There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat. When do you think they'll be ready? There's something we might have to check out on one of the islands. The origin of a shot. A shot, huh? She gives you a short nod and replies, the boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather, officer. My prediction? It'll be at least 2 days. What do you do around here? Like I said, fish mostly, sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. Is that enough to make a living? Sometimes I also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises. Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic. Oh, very, she laughs, finding pieces of glass, bits of wood. Every once in a while we get dead bodies, human, animal, fish, other sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. What else? She looks at the beach, bottles, drugs also, lost cargo in general, but most of the time it's just wood and glass. Very romantic. Alright, major choice moment. You only get to ask one more thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. I need to know about those human bodies. Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. She shakes her head. I've no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. A very unattractive bunch. I'm looking for somebody. Maybe you can help. Let's see. She tilts her head ever so slightly. Who are you looking for? I'm looking for missing cryptozoologists. She frowns, thinking. I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? People who look for imaginary animals. Like snowmen. Snowmen? I haven't heard about those. Two odd guys been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. Where'd they go? I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess? I mean, that's where they were heading. She points north. What else are you looking for besides snowmen? That's it. Not looking for anyone else right now. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Well, we're gonna have to try and get some more suggestion skill and maybe ask her when Kim isn't around. Kim, you're a little bit of a buzzkill here. Can't really ask her out when you're here. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed. You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot Suzerainty.
Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Suzerainty. There we go. She opens her eyes. Then how does she know you're here? If you can't see, then how'd you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come.
She beckons you towards her. Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
A shadow passes over her face.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said, we're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Which you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I am totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Kim must just like hate my character.
Maybe we are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
I see.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park your motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me? I can wash it for you, she says, looking the jacket over, but it's going to take about half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long? I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day, the lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait. Well, hand it over then. I'll see what I can do. I mean, the found windbreaker. I must say I'm proud of this one, she nods, handing the jacket back to you. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope it'll have an easier life in your hands. What's in this fishing village? Just us. She sounds tired. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. What do you mean? This is pretty much a non-place, she grins. A gap, a blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street. place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny. This place is pornographically poor. The lack of wealth is the one thing we have in abundance, the woman smiles cryptically. Riddles the Lieutenant Marks dryly and looks around. Fits with the general ambience around here. Aye, her eyes grow wide with glee. Sometimes as though I've gotten lost inside this nameless nothing. I'm lost too. Oh, her expression betrays curiosity? It seems to be a common theme these days. I think I'm in the process of finding myself again. Isn't that what people always think when they're lost? A fleeting smile runs across her lips. Something I can do to help you find your way, officer? There's gotta be something here, tell me. She waves her hand southwest. Over there you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the Pox. What's the Pox? An old military hospital and its surroundings. She looks towards the buildings to the south, or used to be during the time of the Suzerainty. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shocked veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eyes can see. What happened to the hospital? The goodwill ran out. She tightened the scarf around her neck. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Is there a way to make a little money around here? Here, for you? She lets out a dried chortle. No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about. Undercarts, boats, and little boxes. It's not hard to find. Who else lives in this village? Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. She nods her head towards across the courtyard, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. I met Lillian already. Lillian is tough, she nods. Tougher than the men in here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left. I haven't seen any drunks yet, though. Sooner or later you'll see for yourself. She shakes her head. Don't have to look long to find those guys. Alright, anything else? Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here? Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. My mom called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Or Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr. Lieutenant W. Freeter Harry Air de Bois. Quite a handle you got there, the old woman nods with evident respect. So many titles, one of them a double. What's further down the coast? Not much, she replies and wipes her forehead. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Why is it abandoned? Some things just don't fly, officer. She smiles a gap-toothed smile and smells the air. Look around. Who'd go to a church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. So they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes? No, they tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. She frowns. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. What else is down the coast? Before you go to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run down a bunch of houses, empty. Which is it then, apartments or electrical plant? I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. Used to be something. She shrugs. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. I was born in Samara. Anything else of note? Of note, the old fish market on the boardwalk, but it's closed. Who'd want to come to a fish market here? No one, that's why it's closed. After a long pause she adds, it was once a bustling place back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now what catch we do bring in goes straight to a lorry for the Delta or someone else. Anything else along the coast? What, you're one of those real estate people with big plans? You want a development opportunity? You can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think. Sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut, though. We tried to get in, see if there's anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. Nothing is impossible, surely. She drops a bar of soap into the water with a splash. And now you know everything there is to know about the coast. Alright. I'm off. And we're running low on time. There's 2 kids. We're going to leave them alone. I'm going to go to this house. Maybe we'll steal some things from my house and then we'll call it a video. I'm going to go rest and try and get less sick. Very annoyed at my current predicament. There's a child reading and humming. I don't know why, but children humming is like a horror movie trope and it always puts me on edge. Alright, we'll talk to the kid in the next video, like always. If you have any suggestions or comments other than get healthier, that's a good suggestion, I suppose. I will see you guys next time. Take care.